Greetings, everyone. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 17 of my 31 favorite keyboard players of all time. That's right, we've been counting down each and every day here this month in July in 2025. 31 favorite keyboard players across all genres: rock, pop, prog, metal, hard rock, classic rock, blues, country, electronica, jazz, fusion, dubstep, techno, reggaeton, whatever. Pick out your favorites across all genres from any era. That's what we're doing. We're ranking them in the order we like them, and we're counting down to number one, which will be revealed on the 31st. That's how it works. So for today, I'm going to take a look at a guy that gets talked a lot about on this channel by a few of us, specifically one person though. I think he's an incredible talent. He's one of those guys that I wish over the course of his career he did a little bit more. He's appeared on many notable albums, but it seems like it was kind of clustered in a short period of time. And I wish, he's still around, still occasionally pops up and does some stuff, but I wish we had like more recorded output from him. Let me bring to the stage my pick for today. None other than Anthony Ferraro's absolute favorite rock star of all time, Anthony Jobson, of course, from Curved Air, Roxy Music, Frank Zappa, UK, Jethro Tull, and numerous other things, right? He's kind of popped up here and there quite a bit over the years. Um, but for some reason, it's like, when you go and you look at like his discography, yeah, there's kind of a lot, but it's almost like you wish there were more. But an amazing player on the many different kind of synths that he uses, right? He's mostly known for um, using the Mini Moog, right? He plays a Yamaha CS80. He's did a lot of stuff on the synclavier. He's used Hammond organs, all sorts of things. Also, just as talented on the electric violin, right? So he's kind of one of those like dual virtuoso things, right? He's just as amazing on the violin as he is on keyboards. And generally speaking, on most of the albums that he appears on, you get both, right? Um, so let's take a look at my favorite albums from Mr. Jobson, right? So let's take the Prezi off here. All right. So I mean, I had, there are choices here. So do you choose him in a more kind of sideman type of role in projects or in bands like Curved Air or Roxy Music or Frank Zappa, or do you go with like, or even Jethro Tull, or do you go with kind of like, kind of his band, right? Kind of hard not to pick UK, right? This is the debut album. Mind-blowing stuff here, right? This is the band that pretty much a super group. So not only do you have Eddie here, but you got John Wetton, you got Bill Bruford and Alan Holdsworth, some amazing stuff on here. In granted, most people when they think of specifically the first UK album, it's Holdsworth, right? Because he's just so amazing here. But everybody on this album is just amazing. But if you kind of peel back the layers a little bit and like stop focusing on Holdsworth solos on this album, there's a lot of great playing from Mr. Jobson on here. In the Dead of Night is classic. By the Light of Day, you got 30 Years is killer. Alaska, Time to Kill, Nevermore and Mental Medication. There's just some amazing keyboard textures. You got the violin, you got the great synth kind of soundscapes and things. And when he wants to get really nimble and solo, he can do that as well. Just amazing stuff on here, as well as Danger Money, the follow-up. So now there's no guitar. Holdsworth's gone, Bruford's gone, Terry Bozzio comes in. This maybe potentially has more space for Eddie to kind of do his thing because he's not competing with Holdsworth. But this album, I think, is a little more song-based than the first album. So the songs are a little tighter. Money's on here. Rendezvous is just killer. Caesar's Palace Blues, he's doing some cool stuff on there. That's more like a violin thing, but Nothing to Lose, terrific, catchy song. Carry No Cross, the only thing she needs. Great stuff on here. Great stuff on here. Again, he gives you a little bit of everything that he does, and he does a lot of it well. Pick number three, lots to choose from. Thought of going back to a Curved Air album. The Roxy Music stuff, I don't know if he really shines all that greatly on those. He's got some solo stuff. Ultimately, though, I went with A by Jethro Tull. I think he does a lot of great stuff on here. I think this might be one of his strongest albums purely for keyboard playing and synth playing. There's a lot of great stuff on here. Whereas, there is some violin on here, but he contributes more violin to other things. But there's great stuff on here. Crossfire, Flying Dale Flyer, Killer. I love his work on Black Sunday. Just so good. And you got some really kind of futuristic sounding things going on here, right? You got uniform, batteries not included. Um, Pine Martin's jig is great for him, right? Just great stuff. Very much right at the start of the 80s, and you can see Eddie's incorporating lots of different keyboard sounds and things for this album. I think Ian wanted to go more towards that style of keyboard playing, right? It's like let's do a very modern contemporary album. And I think Eddie was, good choice for that. Kind of moving away from just the simple Hammond organ type thing from John Evan and Dee Palmer, right? But yeah, great stuff on here. Hey, that's my third choice. Favorite song. I got lots of them. I kind of really want to go pull like Frank Zappa, something for one of the Frank Zappa live albums out. But ultimately, I kept going back to the same song because I think the song is his song. And, the song starts off where he's doing all these kind of cool soundscapes on the synthesizer, and it's haunting, it's chilling, and then the full band comes in, and it's just a ripping thing. He does all sorts of cool solos, and it's really a great vehicle for Eddie. And I'm gonna go with the song Alaska, which is originally on the first UK album, but I'm gonna pick the live version on Night After Night, which I think is just amazing. I mean, he's just his synthesizer work just sounds just so great on this live version, and it's really like bursting in the mix. Whereas I think like on the studio version, the first half of the song is a little quiet. Not on this. So good. And he's just, he had the look here too. He had the long blonde hair. There he is playing the violin, but man, he looked like a rock star. Here he is playing keyboards on the front there. He really had that look early on, especially during the UK years, and just a, you know, genius player. But again, I just wish we like had more from him in his career, like especially in more recent times, like more recent times, the last 30 years. There's been various live things and studio projects and stuff like that. But it's like I almost wish he put together like another like serious band, like in more recent times. But we still have a lot of great stuff though. So I would say don't sleep on any of the live stuff that he did with Zappa or the little bit of studio things. But he mainly was like touring with them. He does appear on some albums, but uh, some great stuff from him. Zappa Live in New York is the one you should check out. Some great stuff on there. But yeah, those are my picks. So Alaska from the UK live album, Jethro Tull A, Danger Money, and UK. Those are my picks for Mr. Eddie Jobson. Let us know what you think of Eddie's playing down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. Pick number 17. We'll see you tomorrow for number 16. Visit us on the web at www.seeitranquility.org. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. Thanks for all your support, folks. Greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for more stuff here on the channel. Should have a slew more reviews coming at you this week. Don't forget, last night we did posted an episode of Playlist Euphoria, episode number 3. So Lynn and I talk about some of our favorite 70s songs to take on a road trip. 10 each, 70s rock and pop classics for that road trip. Unforgettable songs that we love to sing and get into while we're driving. So that was posted last night. So don't forget to check that out. And then we've got coming up this week, we've got the Monsters Den, just a couple days on Thursday evening. We're going to be ranking the films in the Wishmaster series. So cool little horror film. Well, some of them are cool anyway. 4 films we're going to be talking about and ranking them in the order we prefer them. And that's coming up on Thursday. We've also got the latest installment of Let's Jam. So we got Eric Chris will be joined by myself. We're going to be talking more about classic jam bands, the classic scene. So that's coming up this week as well. We got Friday morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff. We've got the Professor's Picks. We've got the review crew, and we've got ranking the albums. I will be doing my 10 favorite Black Oak, Arkansas albums on Sunday. So if you're a fan of the legendary Southern rock band Black Oak, Arkansas, tune into that coming up on Sunday. So we'll see you then for all this stuff and more. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.